From working with dogs to understanding how they act, vet technician Linda Enright has learned how to treat sick dogs and counteract behavioral issues that such rescue dogs may have.
It's very satisfying to be able to, help dogs and help people with their animals, and just especially in emergency situations and surgical situations. It's really nice to, to be able to be there for them and be able to be there for their owners.
Enright has been a vet technician at the Goose Pond Animal Hospital in Monroe, New York for 6 years. As a vet technician, she'll work with dogs by arranging vaccine appointments, trimming nails, conducting blood work, and consulting with the pet owner about any illness. In recent times, there has been a spike in the number of dogs that have contracted diseases such as Lyme disease or heartworm. When it comes to getting a dog, the trend has been to rescue rather than purchase one, and most rescues have been moved up here from the south. As Enright describes, heartworm is very common in dogs in the south, and she has noticed that these dogs will carry the illness with them when they are transported up north.
We've started to test every year. It's called the 4DX test, and it tests for heartworm and 3 tick-borne illnesses, Lyme, anaplasma, and ehrlichiosis.
Enright has noticed the tick-borne illness, anaplasma, has become more prevalent in this area.
Spring and fall is when you're going to see a lot of tick activity, so it's real important to keep them covered and protected.
In the time that Enright has worked at Goose Pond Animal Hospital, she has encountered few animal abuse cases. Goose Pond Animal Hospital does work with a couple of shelters in this area. In addition to caring for dogs at work, Enright has also rescued 2 dogs of her own, Chance and Kobe. Although Chance has been acclimated to a new lifestyle, Enright has been working to help Kobe adjust to his surroundings and behave properly, which is something rescue dogs may struggle to do at first. As she describes, one must be devoted when it comes to adopting a dog.
You got to be dedicated and committed, and it takes a lot of time. Because if you're not, then you're just going to return the dog. And each time a dog is returned to a shelter, an foster environment, things like that, it just kind of does a job on their psyche a little bit, and it makes it that much harder to turn them around. So I think it's got, you really got to be committed, knowing what you're going to get in, what you're getting into with a foster dog or a shelter dog.
Since rescuing her 2 dogs, Enright has become an advocate for dog psychology and feels that it has helped her with her own dogs.
So many people apply human psychology to dogs as far as how they treat their dogs and as far as how they train their dogs. And I'm all for training. Training is great. But I think having a basic foundation in dog psychology can help you so much with how you train your dog, how you live with your dog.
As she describes, dogs instinctually are meant to follow a leader, but if a family member does not take that role, then the dog itself will. Once the dog steps into that position, a multitude of abnormal behaviors could occur. In addition to establishing the leadership role, how an owner treats their dog could also impact how they act. After a dog misbehaves, Enright says that they must be aware of their wrongdoing.
If you coddle and you say it's okay and you do the baby talk, what basically you're doing is saying to them, it's okay to be in that state of mind. When you don't want to do that. You want to turn it around. You want to kind of give them a correction. You want to just, not coddle them, not fuss over them. Just tell them no, tell them the behavior is wrong.
Enright finds that dog psychology is important for pet owners to have a basic understanding of because it will allow them to understand their dog more, especially if they are rescuing or fostering.
Every pet owner should know a little bit about dog psychology before they own a pet. I think that they'd be surprised, and I think that it would really help them a lot. I think they'd be amazed at what they would learn.